I've had the honor of being a judge for 4 to 5 years now. My favorite part about being a judge is reading those stories and getting an opportunity to have a glimpse inside of those students' heads and understanding how important community is to them.
This is probably my 7th or 8th year of participating in the scholarship program at GTE. I'm the product of a lot of grace and graciousness from others who stepped in and helped me, many of whom I don't know.
I've been a judge now for 6 to 7 years, and it is one of the highlights of my year. It's a day learning and being inspired by the kids of today. I've watched over the years how kids have become more and more committed to volunteer service, and I think that's what the GTE Scholarship Program is all about. It's really addressing and rewarding kids who are committed to serving in their communities and giving back.
I have been reviewing scholarship applications for GTE Financial for the last 14 years. And I can tell you that there's been a real evolution in the kind of things that students are looking to do with their lives. They're becoming much more creative. They are becoming much more entrepreneurial. And I can see that this is the kind of skill sets that our students need to be successful in future life.
It's my 2nd year, and more than anything, I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to do this because not everybody has the access or the ability to easily pay for college or their education, whether it be a trade school or a traditional college, university, and being able to give someone an opportunity like that really means more than anything.
I've been a judge for about 6 or 7 years. I really enjoy it because it helps kids avoid borrowing money. That's my biggest thing. Because a lot of kids have gotten in trouble with student loans, and this makes it a little easier on them.
I've been a judge for 2 years, and I've enjoyed the experience of learning the different things that kids go through to even have a goal of applying for scholarships. And to be able to be in a position now to just make a decision and help other people or help other kids is huge.
This is my first year serving as a judge. I had always heard about the scholarship program. GTE does so much for our community, so having the opportunity to participate and find ways that resources could be deployed to young people in our community was just such an honor.
I've been so fortunate to be a judge for 6 years. And for me, it is a wonderful opportunity to really see what the next generation is doing as far as community service goes. This scholarship is very special to me because it does focus not just on academic achievement, but really what is that student doing to make the community a better place to be.
What an incredible way to really help people, achieve their future. And what's interesting is that most young folks don't understand what it's going to take to reach that finish line. There's a lot of milestones that you have to achieve in order to get to the very, very end. And one of those milestones is having the funding that's equivalent in order to make sure you can get through college. And that's not as easy as it sounds. But from a youth perspective, they're trying to figure out, ways to the end. And they need that, and they need the scholarship. And so here's the thing, they are our future leaders. And so if we don't provide the financial assistance for them, then as a society, we're going to have a really big issue with helping us, achieve either new innovation or help the communities out that we serve, or just build stronger relationships with people. And so it gives them a leg up, and at the same time, we help them push forward a little bit, which is a good thing.
I was impacted with a scholarship. I went to one of the military academies, and as such, my tuition was paid for, but then I gave back with military service once complete. So that in and of itself, I think, is a form of national or community service.
For me, I went to school on student loans and grants, and my family at the time didn't have the means to be able to pay for my education, so I know what it means to not know exactly how you're going to pay for education and be able to say, oh, I hope that I can take out a little bit less, I have to pay back later, right? Student loans are burdensome for a lot of people, myself included. I think Brian said it best, every dollar counts. Knowing that we can help these students even just a little bit means so much, and to be able to give them that opportunity is fantastic.
When you take away that fear that uncertainty of whether you're going to be able to meet the needs of your tuition, whether you're going to be able to buy groceries. That allows our students then to focus on what's really important, which is learning and preparing for their future.
I would not be where I am today without the financial support through scholarships. I worked 2 jobs while in college. I got a scholarship my senior year, and it allowed me to only work half a job. And I was able to really focus in on school, have greater clarity into the future, and it provides access and the opportunity for people to realize their dreams, and to have the opportunity to see that we're providing access through GTE's incredible commitment is just really, really inspiring.
I think the word that stands out to me the most is resilience. Being able, one story in particular was a student that unfortunately his mother had cancer, and so he had to back out of school and take care of her and the siblings, and then was afforded the opportunity to go to college because of the GTE scholarship last year, and so he was applying again. And so just thinking of the trajectory of that student, and that GTE made his future brighter because they gave him opportunity to pursue his education.
There are a couple of different folks who are struggling and have struggled with significant medical issues that are trying to find ways to give back, and so that sense of overcoming a personal challenge and understanding what it means. I think, there's always the giver that says, look, I want to give. There's the other person that recognizes when someone else has stepped into their world meaningfully, and they, in response to that, they decide they want to do something about making sure that someone else has the same opportunity they have.
I realize how much people are fighting battles you don't know about, and how much people can overcome and still do so much. Reading stories of people who have been diagnosed with terminal illnesses, who while they're in the hospital are knitting blankets for other sick children. Hearing about people who start organizations in high school to advocate for kids in the foster system and go on to advocate in Washington in front of our senators. Meanwhile, when I was in high school, I was playing video games. So, these kids are just incredible.
I don't even know where to start. I have not read an application that did not tug at my heartstrings to the extent I'm like, well, can I just give everyone 10s because then everyone's gonna get a scholarship. I don't know how the process works. But seeing just the focus and commitment to community that so many of these young people have, and so many of them you can read between the lines and realize they don't have everything themselves, and that they've overcome adversity, yet they still want to give back to their community is just so, so inspiring.
I just want to thank GTE for all that they've done for these scholarships. I mean, creating these opportunities, allowing students to pursue their education is so incredibly important.
GTE Financial is one of the most focused on supporting our community students that I have seen, and I so much appreciate being a member and realizing that my GTE Financial is actually helping our students for the future. That means a lot.
I think it really speaks volumes about this particular organization and the fact that it's living out its mission, the mission that has been in place for over 90 years.
Thank you for the commitment to serving, for the commitment to creating the platforms. So I applaud them for it, and let's continue to do more.
We're so incredibly appreciative, and just, make me cry here. I want to thank GTE from the bottom of my heart, because you really are setting the standard of excellence and the benchmark of excellence for support. We couldn't do what we do without your support.